Hi everyone. Today I am going to explain about simulation of boost converter. Before going to simulate the boost converter, first we will see the operation of boost converter. Basically, boost converter is used to convert low input DC voltage to high output DC voltage at the load terminals. It is also used to convert high DC input current to low output DC current. That means it is stepping up the voltage levels and it is stepping down the current current levels. So we can also say that current buck converter. Okay, for this converter we need same as like buck converter, only inductor and one power electronic switch, diode and capacitor, also load. For control power electronic switch, either we can use MOSFET or IGBT. To control the power electronic switch, we are placing pulse generator. We can control with the help of duty cycle. By varying duty cycle, only we can adjust the voltage levels. Okay. Now we can see the modes of operation of boost converter. See, if you see, when switch is in on condition, that time inductor is going to charge, and that time diode is in off condition. So current path will be like this. That time there is no power flow from input side to output side. So capacitor only delivering the current to the load. So whatever initial voltage is there, that will be appear across the load. When switch is in off condition, that time inductor is going to discharge. That time diode is in on condition. That time power is flowing from input side to load side. Okay. So in this case, it is acting as freewheeling diode. Okay. Path will be like this. So these are my basic calculations corresponding to the boost converter. This is my data corresponding to boost converter. Source voltage is 12 volts and duty ratio is 0.7. My switching frequency is 10 kilohertz and load is 100 watts. Ripple in inductor current is 10% of source current. But in the case of buck converter, that time ripple in inductor current is 10% of load current, but here source current. Ripple in capacitor voltage is 1% of output voltage. Basic formula regarding this boost converter, that all formulas you know, that is V naught equal to Vs by 1 minus d. We know all these values, Vs you know, and duty cycle also we know. From the from these values, if you substitute here in this formula, we can get output voltage. From the power balance equation, we can able to find I naught and Is also. Okay. So after calculating source current, we can able to find ripple current in inductor, that is 10% of source current. Sorry, I made a mistake here. This you can keep it as Is, that is 0.833 amps. So ripple in capacitor voltage is 1% of output voltage, that is 1% of 40 volts, that is 0.4 volts. After calculating delta IL and delta VC, we can able to find or we can able to design L and C values, also resistance values. So substituting all the values in the formula, then you can able to get L, C and R values. So after designing all these parameters, we can go for MATLAB simulations. Before that, we can see the waveforms of boost converter. So if you see the circuit diagram, when inductor is going to charge, when switch is on condition, that time inductor is charging. Okay, when switch is releasing, means when switch is off condition, that time inductor is discharging. This is voltage across inductor during switch on state, during switch off state, during switch on state, during switch off state. Correspondingly, current through the switch and current through the capacitor. Okay, now we can go for MATLAB simulations of boost converter. Okay, okay. So this is my new file, new Simulink file. You want anything, just click on that library browser. For designing boost converter, power guy also need. I'm taking from here. I'm click on this and add to model. And what else we want? We need switches and diodes and inductor, capacitor and resistances. So power system, specialized technology, fundamental blocks, and already we have taken power guy. So now we want electrical sources. From this we will take this DC source I have taken, and just come back. And in elements what we need RLC. So I'm adding this RLC series branch. Okay, just come back. If you want to measure, if you want to measure voltage and current, for that we need current measurement and voltage measurement. For that we are adding this current measurement and voltage measurement to the model. Just come back. What else we need? We need switches. Here I am using IGBT anti-parallel diode that I am adding to the model, and I need one diode that also I am adding to the model. And to to uh, control the switch, to make switch on, we need pulse generator. So for that I am taking pulse generator also. Pulse generator I am taking to the model. So everything I added to the model. So just take everything separately. So make the circuit make the Simulink circuit as per the circuit diagram. Enter the your calculated values here. So what is our inductor value here? Our inductor value is 1 millihenry that I entered, and click on OK. Okay. Then I am copying this element. This I am making it as a C. What is our C value? 437.5 micro henry. That value I entered, and click on apply and OK. So we need what else we need? We need resistance also. What is our resistance value? Load value, that is 16. So enter the value and click on apply and OK. So click on this, uncheck this port and OK. Click on this, uncheck this port and OK. Okay. Now you can connect as per circuit diagram. I forgot to enter source voltage, that is 12 volts. Okay, click on apply and OK. Okay, just flip the switch as per our circuit configuration. So we need to connect this pulse generator to the switch, that we have to connect here and enter the pulse values. What is our switching frequency? 10 kilohertz, that we have to enter in terms of time period. So what is our duty cycle? 0.7, that we have to enter in terms of percentage. So everything enter and click on apply and OK. So actually what we need to measure here, current we need to measure, inductor current. So we have to connect this meter in series with the inductor and connect like this. And we need to connect this diode here like this, and flip this capacitor and flip this resistor also. So just connect voltmeter across the capacitor. So now if you want to measure, if you want to see the results, you need to connect scope. Just type and get the scope. So I want to measure the three: inductor current and pulse and voltage. So how many displays you want, you can enter the value. 3 displays I want, I'm entering the value of 3. So I'm clicking on this. How many blocks I want separately, individually, that I entered, selected. Make it as little bit big and we can connect. First pulse I am connecting here, and inductor current, and this. Okay. So now I am entering the run time as an 1. Now you can click on run. You can able to see the results over here. So I'm additionally I'm adding main blocks here. Main. So this block is used to calculate average values of inductor, means this output current, average value of output current, sorry, and average value of this output voltage. I'm just clicking on run, and you can able to see the results over here. So now you can use this zoom options, whatever way you want, you can see. You can zoom in vertical way also. This is my inductor current, this is my capacitor voltage, this is my source current, output current. So if you want to find the ripple delta IL value, you can take this peak value and IL max value, IL peak value and IL minimum value. So if you subtract from this peak value to this minimum value, you can able to get this delta IL. Okay, these are the results regarding this. And you can able to check this simulation results with the theoretical results. You can cross check. This is what about boost converter simulations. Thank you very much.